And now our guide Sammy is going to take us on a little shopping visit.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we get to the next stop, I'm going to show you some very interesting local industry. It's what we call the alabaster factory. And there you can see the people, the natives, sitting on the ground making the alabaster vases or the statues. It's one of the natives' industry here in this part of the west bank of Luxor. And it's okay to take pictures for those people working or to use a video camera for that. Okay, let's go to see them, please. Yeah. He's going to polish it as if he's doing now. And then using a piece of flint with oil and soft sand to make it as smooth as you can see it now. And it looks transparent. This is the handmade ones. And for sure they use now machines to make the alabaster vases. It's heavier. The handmade ones are softer and actually lighter in the weight. And of course, this is a granite head. Could be for King Ramesses II. But this granite is not carved out of a solid rock, but we say this is the granite powder, and then casted and gave us this shape then. Yeah. The alabaster blocks right here in yellow color. Another kind of alabaster stone in white, as you can see. They quarry the alabaster stone in some area known in Egypt now as El Minya. It's to the north from Luxor. Also, we have the soapstone in the mountains around. This is a soapstone. When you touch it, it's very soft. Okay, the exhibit they have here, they have different pieces and different collection of art piece. You can go inside and take a look. Wait.
Have a look around. For any money, Egyptian money, American money, English money, Japanese money, any money, no problem. Have a look around.
This fascinating little shop had a whole variety of vases and statuettes and reproductions of antiques, even scarabs carved from alabaster. And then there's the stone figures, as Sammy described. They're made from a powdered and molded stone, but it looks like the real thing, as you find all over the world nowadays. This technology has made reproductions of antiques very affordable, and they're really quite accurate in their style and design. This area around Luxor that we're visiting is one of the best parts of the country to be shopping for alabaster. Here's the machine-made vases. They're a little heavier, or you can get the handmade kind, as we saw a moment ago. But beware, some of the handmade alabaster is very fragile, so if you pack it in your suitcase to bring it home, be sure that it's well padded, otherwise it'll probably break. Now here too, you should be bargaining for anything you're going to purchase, and don't worry too much about how cheap you want to get it for, because you'll be getting a bargain in Egypt anyway. The prices here are much better than you'll find in the rest of the Western world, certainly. It's a good place to shop.
The majority of the monuments we have in Egypt goes back to the ancient times, are tombs or temples, but very little number of houses or villages. Where we are going now, we will see one ancient Egyptian village. And in that village, according to some documents discovered there were some labor strike. That labor strike was the first strike in the history. The houses in that village we are going to see beside nearby the tomb were built in the material of mud brick and small pieces of stone. We still have to the right-hand side the houses of the natives on the west bank of Luxor. As you can see, we have in front of you now one of the very few villages discovered and go back to the ancient times. It's the village of the workers in the west bank of Luxor. I mean, during the ancient times, those workers working in the carving and in painting and decorating and cutting the tombs in the solid plateaus, they lived in this village. There is no one straight lane. Actually, the lanes of the village were actually designed in some way, not straight or curved, but according to the location of each house. Some of the houses consist of 2 stories or 1 story, and the house itself is 1 main room and 2 bedrooms. I mean, 1 open court or 2 bedrooms, or 1 bedroom down in the first floor and 2 other bedrooms in the second floor. Normally, many of the beds they used were made in mud brick, like that corner or that part where we have a sofa. They may put some mat on it to sit, and the ceilings of the houses were made out of beams of wood or palm tree logs. Okay, these are the houses in front of you, the village of the workers in the area famous as Deir el-Medina. And in Deir el-Medina, I'm going to show you one of the most beautiful tombs ever found in Egypt.
This tomb of Peshedu has brightly decorated wall paintings that still retain most of their original color after nearly 3,000 years.
We have in front of us now the 2 colossi of Memnon. Actually, Memnon is a name given to these 2 huge statues by the Greek travelers. And originally, the 2 colossi are representing that famous Egyptian king, I mean King Amenophis III, around the 14th century BC. And these 2 colossi were placed in front of the main entrance of his great temple. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the tour on the west bank of Luxor.